Today, I can't wait to share with you Disney Cotino's first ever luxury rental property right behind us. My name's Tommy Jordan, your Palm Springs area realtor, but today I'm introducing you to Drew Hopkins, your Palm Springs area property manager.
Well, his title, not mine.
This is what I gave to him. We're gonna show you how this client bought this home at Disney Cotino and they're turning it into a successful rental property. Can't wait to show you. All right, let's step inside. This is the Sonora home design, a part of the Grand Collection. 3 beds, 3.5 baths, and we're gonna step inside.
Blank
show
slate.
You. This is a blank slate on purpose. There's a reason for this.
I'm gonna have you back to film a video, Tommy, after it's finished, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
We're gonna do a part 2 in the future here, but what we wanna show you is this client, they purchased this home because they wanted to enjoy it for their family, but they also wanted to rent it out seasonally. And since it's a luxury home, there is a lot of demand for people who are looking to rent for more than 30 days. Because this community, Cotino, doesn't allow rentals for under 30 days, but people from Canada, Oregon, Washington, they want to stay 30, 60 days, and it's a great way to supplement your income.
Definitely. These clients, and thanks to you both for letting us film here, they are a few years away from being able to spend as much time down here as they'd like. Yet they wanted to get a ground floor with Mr. Cotino here, and so they.
I'll take that title.
Well, that is a good one.
We'll do it.
Tommy's Lagoon, Mr. Cotino,
Oh,
right?
stop,
So
no.
They said they're putting a sign that says Tommy's Lagoon.
No, people are gonna click out of the video now.
And so anyway, they're a few years away. So they were thinking about, well, what can we do? Is the place just going to sit empty? And we were already talking. They wanted to use me and my team for decorating, getting it ready to live in, for the upgrades that we're going to do, as far as jazz up the light fixtures and everything. This is just how it comes. Ceiling fans, window treatments, again, decor, furniture, all that kind of stuff. We're going to do a nice built-in bar over here, do some really fun stuff.
Yeah.
And they said, do you think there's a chance that we would be able to rent it out occasionally when we're not there? And I said, well, actually, normally I'd say not really, but in a community like Cotino, and like Cotino is going to be, it's going to be a hot commodity. First of all, by the time we go live here in a few months, ready for guests, it's going to be the only one available.
Yes, this is Disney's first ever story living community.
That's right.
And this will be the only rental home in Cotino.
At the time.
So if you're working with me, or you're about to work with me to buy one of these, you could actually live in this or rent it out with my friend Drew here.
True.
While your home's being built, or maybe you just want to see what Cotino is all about.
Good point. Good point. And that's one of the things I told them was between the seasonal snowbirds that come from Canada, from the Pacific Northwest, the Midwest, and the East Coast, wherever they come from, we could definitely keep it busy and occupied during the peak season. But we also might get somebody who's building a place in here that they actually want to be here while the house is being built, or just somebody that hasn't decided they want to build in here, but they want to spend a month or two here and see if they like it, and if they like the climate, first of all, see if they can do the climate. And so I really believe that it's going to be a great opportunity for them, great income generating property, especially with what we're going to do to this place. Yes.
Well, let's step outside and we're going to talk to you about some of the services that our team has for after you close, because you could do a lot of these things while you're under construction, but something to keep in mind, every upgrade you do to the property, your home then gets assessed for property taxes at whatever additional value you put in your home. So you put $300,000 in your backyard, you're gonna have to pay property taxes on $300,000 more after closing. And also, going through the builder, it's a luxury because it's all done for you, but it's a little more expensive than if you find vendors afterwards. Let's take a step outside. All right, Drew, so tell us how you're helping this client with the backyard. I mean, this is something a lot of people wanna do while they're under contract. This home was built by Shea Homes, but this owner, this client of ours, decided to do the pool, the landscaping, everything after escrow, and you're able to save them a significant amount of money when you're handling it for them.
Well,
so let them know.
Yes, and actually what you touched on just a second ago too, you're saving people, you saved them a lot of money by you know, educating them and telling them, you know what, let my guy that I work with, you know, let him handle this for you, because not only are his people going to be less expensive, but again, about the assessment that you talked about. So again, this is where, you know, finding somebody like Tommy who is, you know, honest and just wants you to get the best deal, the best house for the best price, and take good care of you, and doesn't just do this the second you sign the papers and walk away. He's there through the whole process and wants to make sure you're taken care of and not overpaying. Yeah. Even with these high-end expensive properties, you're in great hands here. So
show them this.
Yeah,
this
so
backyard's
you know,
dirt.
obviously we're selling the indoor-outdoor lifestyle, the
pocket doors,
the pocket doors that
doors
came in. We're going to do very, you know, modern, clean lines. We're going to take this poured concrete and bring this out more. We're going to integrate some turf for color, and then we'll have a really nice, clean lines, very simple, kind of an L-shaped pool. We'll have a nice tanning shelf.
Yeah. And right now, as Drew's talking, I'm going to be showing you a rendering that was created.
Great.
So you can see how beautiful everything he's saying.
So water features, a nice hot tub, and then we'll do some nice behind. We'll do some. The owners, we want to do some color, but also some flowering and with good smells too. So what that means down here in the desert is plumeria, jasmine, maybe even some citrus trees,
tropical,
bougainvillea. Yeah,
you feel like you're at Cotino Bay.
Exactly.
And something, you know, important, if you are going to have a home out here in the desert, one for just resale value, but it's going to help significantly, especially in this luxury price point, having a pool. That's something that luxury buyers want, regardless of the Artisan Club having pools, even a lap pool. But if you're looking to rent this out seasonally, you know, that luxury buyer, they want that convenience of having a pool in the backyard, you know, and it will make a difference on what home they rent.
Definitely,
you know?
Definitely. And again, if for resale too, for the investors.
Yeah. So let's go inside, and we're going to talk about some of the things Drew is doing inside the property. One thing that's really unique about buying a home in Disney Cotino as a rental is, for one, we're tapping into a higher end client, a higher end, you know, net worth individual, where regardless of economic circumstances and uncertainty, you know, in the stock market, whatever, you know, our average client that are buying in here or renting, they're going to be in their 60s, 70s. You know, they worked hard all their life and they have disposable income. And, you know, say if it's January, February, March in Oregon or Canada, they want to come enjoy the desert. So overall in the desert, people are drawn here. And then when you combine the Disney brand and the first ever Story Living community having a home here as a rental, I mean, that is like amazing. That is a really unique factor.
That's true.
If you're thinking about buying a home here and renting it out seasonally. And one thing about the luxury rental market, because you might hear some things on the news about Palm Springs and all the rentals are failing. Well, that's not really the whole story. We had a lot of people in 2022, 23, they overpaid for properties. They weren't working with real professionals, giving them realistic numbers, and now they're having to sell because their nightly rates, it's not covering their carrying costs. What were you saying in Palm Springs? You were talking to someone who does permitting.
The code compliance.
Because this is really interesting to give you an idea of what's happening in our market, how a lot of these rentals are getting flushed out.
Yes.
And there's more opportunity now because there's less supply of rentals.
There is. I was asking him, it was an annual safety inspection. I was asking him if he was doing a lot of them these days. And he said, actually, we're not doing that many renewals at all because, you know, again, a lot of the renewals are for places that just aren't cutting it. And he said, we're not doing a lot of new permit inspections either, a lot of new permits. So, and you know, we're a good distance from Palm Springs here, so I wouldn't necessarily say that Cotino is going to going to compete with Palm Springs. But I would say the trend is throughout the valley, where the high-end rental market is certainly less saturated, is getting even less saturated, as people that came in and bought at the height of the market that just can't cover their costs, they're drowning, literally drowning. It's heartbreaking, but this is what happens when you don't do research, you don't watch videos like this, you don't find somebody like this guy, and it's heartbreaking. And I can't count the number of people you've had to help them sell their house at a loss, right? Because they just have to get out. So, but the high end rental market is still very much in demand here. And again, we keep saying it, can't emphasize it enough, the fact that it's in Cotino, the first of its kind property in the first of its kind community. It's a great opportunity. I can't say that enough.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. And those people that I'm having to help sell, they didn't have Drew. So I have
That's right. They wouldn't be selling if they had me. Thank you. They wouldn't be selling.
Well, a lot of people think, oh, I could self-manage, and they're full-time in Oregon or Washington, but it's like they don't own, like he has properties out here across the valley in different price points. I mean, so he could come up with more accurate data. I mean, this is a full-time business for him versus a thing he's going to do on the side.
Me and my team are in the property all the time. We know what's happening. We're very hands-on with the guests, extremely hands-on with our clients, that kind of thing. So
if you're looking to buy a home at Disney Cotino, I would love to help you.
This is the guy to help you.
My contact information is below. We will, once this listing is live, it will be at the top description of this YouTube video, so you could also rent out this place. And if you would like Drew and I to walk you through this process with either this community or say other communities like the Hideaway, I mean, there's lots of great luxury communities here. We would love to help you like we've helped other luxury home buyers.
Yes.
Thank you for watching, and thank you, Drew.
Thank you. Appreciate it.